So get excited and let's jump into these trends. What is up, everybody? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica from Etta Jane's Vintage, and here on this channel we like to focus on thrifting, vintage, sustainable fashion, and a little bit of random content in between. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returner, welcome back. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below before we even get into the video. Now, if you read today's title, you know that this is a really exciting one because we're going to be talking about the fall 2020 trends. And not only are we going to be talking about those trends, I'm also going to be styling them up for you using some pieces from the thrift store that I've recently thrifted and mixing them in with some thrifted pieces that I already had in my closet. I love these types of videos, and I love to watch these types of videos on YouTube because it shows that you can get the fall trends straight from the runway, directly from the thrift store. And that happens because so many times fashion comes back around. As we know, fashion is very cyclical. So things that you might find in the thrift store from the 90s or the 80s or the 70s, more than likely you're going to find them on your runways at some point. As I'm talking you through the trends, I'll be popping up some pictures here so you can see what those trends look like. And then again, I'll be styling some of my thrifted pieces to show you how I style those trends. I also might be looking down a little bit because I do have my notes here in my handy dandy Lisa Frank notebook. So I'll be looking at that as I talk you through each trend just to make sure that I don't miss anything. Just so you know, this fall 2020 fashion trends video is going to be a 3-part series. This first part today, we're going to be focusing on more what goes underneath your outerwear, so how you're styling your different outfits. The second video is actually going to be focusing on outerwear specifically from the fall 2020 fashion trends. And then the last video is going to be looking at the men's runway shows and what types of things we can pull from there as inspiration to style for fall and winter 2020. So get excited and let's jump into these trends. So the first trend that we're going to be talking about is actually a combination of 2 trends. So we're going to be looking at this like a boss suiting trend, and then also we're going to be talking about plaids and check print, which are really big on the runway for this fall winter 2020 season. I really love this trend because I feel like it's something that we see every season, some form of a suit. This one, I love the title like a boss because women, we are bosses, so of course we want to wear a suit and look good in it. With this trend, you're going to see suits in check prints. You're also going to see them in maybe some bright colors, some with a little bit more tailored silhouette, and others might have a little bit more of a slouchy feel. You also will see blazers with the power shoulders, which we love. And then crop blazers are another thing that seem to be really in this season. So here in this clip, you'll see that I've styled this brown check print suit that I got from the thrift store, of course. I purchased this maybe about a month ago, I would say. And this suit, I really love it because it's not too restricting, but it also has a really good fit. And the way I decided to style it is with just a simple nude bralette. And then I also added these Stan Smiths to kind of dress the look down. I know sometimes when you think of a suit, it can be a little bit overwhelming and you wonder like, well, where the heck am I going to wear this suit, or how am I going to style it? But I think when you style it with a classic sneaker like a Stan Smith or a Chuck Taylor, that really helps to pare down the look, and then you don't feel so overwhelmed that you're in the suit. The next trend that we're going to talk about is flesh tones or neutral tones. So this is something that you see all the time, especially when it comes to fall. But this year especially, we saw a lot of neutral and nude tones and skin tones on the runway, anywhere from like your tans and beiges all the way to chocolate brown. And chocolate brown is really big this season. So if you go into any of your stores, especially like fast fashion stores, you're probably going to see a lot of things in chocolate brown. And I'm really excited about this because of course I'm chocolate, so it's nice to be able to go out and buy something that is chocolate brown, which is considered like a nude for us that are brown skin, and be able to find something that matches your skin tone and also be able to say that that's a nude for you. So the way that I've styled this look, this is actually one of my favorites, I would say. So I thrifted this Ralph Lauren linen suit. Yes, You heard me, a Ralph Lauren linen suit. And this suit, I believe, was $5.99, and I purchased this about 2 weeks ago. And when I got it, it was also 25% off. So, you know, you can do the math and let me know how much that equaled out to. So of course, linen is a little bit more of a summer fabric, but I think it's great to ease into the fall if you're looking for like a transitional fabric that you can wear from summer to fall. And this suit, of course, is in this trending chocolate brown color, which looks really good on chocolate brown skin. Well, it looks good on any color skin, but I guess I'm biased because I am brown skin, so I like the way it looks on my skin. And then I've also paired it with a brown blouse that I thrifted, and I think this really just kind of elevates the look. You could also style it even more casual and put maybe a t-shirt with it. In this clip, I've styled it again with my Stan Smiths to kind of make the look a little bit more casual and a little bit more simple. So I really like this look, and I was excited to find this suit for super cheap and also in one of the trending colors of the season. The next trend on the list is the modern equestrian trend. And when you hear modern equestrian, it's basically exactly what the word says. If you think about like horseback riding or going to races or doing any horseback training, that's exactly, I think, what they pulled this trend from. So if you're thinking about like riding pants, is it called riding pants? I think riding pants, also riding boots. This trend also incorporates tailored jackets in taupes and browns, and then incorporates elements of leather and suede, which I really love. Any type of neckties, those are the things that I think about when I think about modern equestrian. Now this one was a little bit of a challenge for me to style because modern equestrian is not really a style that I typically go for. But here in the clip, you can see that I have taken a few different pieces and kind of tried to put it together to form this modern equestrian look. So I recently thrifted this super cute 1970s plaid blazer with suede shoulders. It also has a tapered in waist, so it kind of flares out at the bottom, which I think was super cute. I've also paired it with these cream trousers that I had, and I just tucked them into some Zara boots, which you probably would have seen in my previous Zara haul. Also, if you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here in the cards. But yes, I paired it with my Zara boots, and I just tucked the pants directly into the boots. And in the clip, you'll also see that I'm wearing this beanie. So the beanie, take it as you will. It wasn't really my favorite part of the outfit, but I did see in one of the runway pictures that one of the ladies was styled with a gray beanie on her head. So I decided to try that out with the outfit that I styled just to see how it looked. So that is the modern equestrian trend, which is a little bit different, but I think it can also be fun to play with different elements. And who doesn't love a good riding pant and a good riding boot? If anything, at least pull that from the trend to incorporate into your wardrobe. Now, I'm not sure that I mentioned if I had a favorite trend for this season, but if I had to have a favorite, this one that we're going to talk about next is certainly my favorite. So the next one that we're going to be talking about is the jewel tone trend. And this one we were seeing, of course, all over the runways. So it's exactly what it says. If you think about your jewel tones like rubies or sapphire, emerald, even amethyst, so like different color purples, we were seeing that a lot. And the other thing that I really like about this trend is not only are we looking at jewel tones, but we're looking at jewel tones in very regal fabrics, so silks, satins, velvets, which are some of my favorite fabrics. And this can be styled in a lot of different ways, but always keep those three fabrics in mind and think about your favorite jewels or crystals and the colors of those, and you'll nail this trend dead on. With this trend, I decided to style it two different ways. So I did find a purple silky blouse at the thrift store. I also thrifted these St. John knit pants. I love when I find St. John at the thrift stores. Like, I don't know, sometimes people just donate their whole closet and it has a lot of St. John. So the last time I went to the thrift store, there was like so much St. John there. And I think I got these pants for maybe like $4.99, which if you all know anything about St. John, that's like hundreds of dollars. So I really looked up on these pants. But the first outfit, I'm styling this purple silky blouse with the purple St. John pants. And then I've just paired it with a simple neutral heel to keep it plain. And I love this purple color. I don't wear a lot of purple, but I think that I might start, especially in this hue, because I think it really looks good on my skin tone. And even if you don't think it looks good on my skin tone, I'm still probably going to wear it anyway. So I really like this outfit, and I like the simplicity of it, but also how it looks so elegant. And then in the second look, I have taken this silk PJ set in kind of like a maroon color. I guess that's what you would call it. It's like maroon / rust. And this one is also one of my favorites because it's super comfortable, but it also looks very luxe. At least to me, it looks very luxe. So this one, I like it because it's just a complete outfit. You don't even really have to think about what you're putting on. And I have it styled where the bottom is unbuttoned. I have it half tucked into the pants. And the pants are super huge. If I had them next to me, I would definitely show you all. But the pants probably come out to about this wide. But the good thing is that they have a drawstring, so I was just able to pull it in and taper it to my waist to give a better fit. And I think Zara also has something very similar that they're selling right now, and it's way more expensive than what I paid for this set. And I'm sure the Zara set is not even 100% silk, and this set is 100% silk, so we have those regal fabrics covered. The next trend that we're going to be talking about is the prep school trend, or also maybe called the Ivy League trend or schoolgirl trend. But this is taking a spin from the like school uniform or like a collegiate look. So you might think about like plaid skirts, maybe sweaters or cardigans with some type of like monogram or emblem on them. Also thinking about like collared shirts and neckties. And I really like this trend, even though this one was also a little bit hard for me to style. I'm not sure why, but I like this one because it gives a really classic look. So here in this trend, I have paired this Ralph Lauren sweater that I recently thrifted, which I love this sweater actually. And then I have paired it with this Pendleton plaid skirt. I think the skirt was what was throwing me off in this styling because the skirt was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. So I actually had to button it up like right under the boob area just to shorten it up a little bit. That way you could get a little glimpse of the boots that I was wearing. So I had the Pendleton skirt. I also added these Jeffrey Campbell gray slouchy boots that I thrifted maybe about 2 years ago. And then I just added the belt for a little bit more interest and detail and to give the outfit a little bit more shape. But really you can style this any kind of way, especially if you have those main elements, if you're looking at plaids, if you have sweaters or cardigans, if you have a collared shirt, and take that and style it the way that fits your wardrobe. But those are really the most important elements of this trend. Ooh, I feel like I've been talking forever, but we finally made it to our final trend. And that final trend is the intimate apparel trend, also known as the lingerie trend. And this is where you're seeing people styling negligees and bralettes and anything that's related to like lingerie as more of an outfit or as outerwear. So if you see in the pictures that I'm showing you right now, you can see a lot of lace and silks, also in the colors like black and nude and white. So with this trend, I actually recently thrifted, of course, this black negligee from Victoria's Secret, which is also 100% silk. So I thought this would be a good way to incorporate this trend without having like everything all hanging out, which there's nothing wrong with having everything hanging out. But in this case, I decided to have it a little bit more covered up since it was lingerie. So I have this long negligee with the sheer bottom. And to add a little bit more interest to that, I wore some black slacks underneath or black trousers underneath, and then on the side you can see where I tucked the slip a little bit or the lingerie a little bit to give it more of an A-line look. And just to accessorize it a little bit, I added a leather jacket that I thrifted last year around Halloween, and that's from Wilson's. And then I added my favorite black hat, which I wear almost with everything. In the clip that I'm styling, I also have on these nude heels, which I probably wouldn't wear nude heels with that, but it was the only ones that I could find at the time where I was styling and didn't want to go look for any black ones. But I would say maybe pair it with black heels or maybe like a black boot, which would be super cute. And then you have this trend down pat, and it doesn't even look like you're about to go to bed. Like it looks like you're about to go on a cute dinner date or hanging out with friends and having a good time. The second way that I've styled this trend is with this blue slip dress. And blue is actually another trending color, which I didn't really talk about today. And specifically the combination between blue and chocolate brown. So I've taken this blue slip dress that I thrifted last summer. It's not necessarily a slip dress, it actually is like a nightgown, but I've been wearing it as a slip dress. And on top of it, I have paired this chocolate brown Ralph Lauren blazer that I thrifted maybe about 2 years ago now. And this blazer is a mixture of cashmere and silk, so it feels really good and super soft to the touch. So I like the idea of having this like really feminine blue dress and then pairing this more masculine blazer on top. And then I just added the leather belt for a little bit more interest. And I kept the Zara boots that I paired with it. I really do like this look, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to wear it this winter or maybe even in the fall sometime. It might have to wait until next year, but either way, you're definitely going to see this outfit again. So that was our last and final trend. If you stuck around this long, I want to commend you for that, because I am tired and I'm ready to get off the camera. But I thank you so much for sticking around. I also hope that this video helped to give you a little bit of inspiration and get your brain thinking about how you can start incorporating some of the trends into your wardrobe. I know we're still in a really weird time and the trends might not be what's most important to you, but sometimes you just want to look good and you want to be stylish and you want to figure out how to do it in your own way. So I'm hoping that some of the looks that you saw today will help you figure out how to do that for yourself. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this is a 3-part series, so keep your eye out for the next 2 videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also share this with some of the people that you love the most. I will see you all in the next video. Until next time, bye.